Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get ready with me, my everyday makeup routine. So I wanted to show you guys how I normally do my makeup, and the products that I use are basically what I use every single day. There are days that I change it up and I use different makeup palettes, but today I just chose the easiest and the multi-purpose use of my makeup products to show you guys how simple it is to get a look like this whenever you're rushing out the door, when you're going to school, when you're going to work, something that is appropriate for anything and it's not over the top, but at the same time it gives you a good glow. So if you're interested in knowing how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm starting off by taking the NYX HD Studio Primer to prime my face, and I'm just placing it onto the center of my face with my fingers where I am the most oily, and I'm just blending it all out using my fingers. I like this primer because it's very lightweight and it's tacky, therefore it just gives me greater longevity than my mattifying primer that I also love to use. Next, I'm taking the Lancôme Ultra Wear Foundation in the shade 270W and placing 2 pumps onto the back of my hand, then just placing it onto my face using my fingers. I like to do this with my foundation just because it shears it out and gives me a more natural finish. Then I'm taking the Real Technique Beauty Sponge and I'm using it to blend out my foundation using dabbing or bouncing motions. And I'm making sure to blend even to my neck so that it matches with the same tone that my neck has. It's also very important that whenever you're dabbing or bouncing the beauty sponge onto your face to blend out the foundation, that you're doing it with a gentle and light hand, just because you don't want to be harsh or rough to your skin. Now I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light, and I'm using it to conceal and highlight my face. This concealer is a shade too light for me, but I didn't notice that until I actually applied it to my face. So I'm just going to work with it and move on. And so normally you want to only take a concealer that is only a shade lighter than your foundation, and then place it underneath your eyes and on the center of your face, like your chin, your cupid's bow, the center of your nose or the bridge of your nose, and then your forehead. And this is just going to create a highlighted effect so that your face has dimension. And it's used to conceal all those unwanted dark circles and spots on your face. I'm also using it as a base for my eyeshadows, so I'm placing it on my eyelids and just blending it out using that beauty blender. Making sure to have no creases or any lines so that my eyeshadows will go on seamlessly and blend out easier. I like to use concealer as a base just because I don't have to use another product like an eyeshadow primer, and it gives my eyeshadow look a consistent look because it matches with my under eye highlight. Then I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Light-Medium and the 2 shades Banana and Vanilla, and using my damp beauty blender to set my under eyes with those 2 shades. I know it might seem weird to be using a damp beauty blender and powdered products, but it actually really works. Whenever I'm using the powder to set my under eyes and eyelids, it helps with the liquid foundation and concealer underneath and prevents it from smearing and creasing throughout the day. And I also use it to have a powdered base for all the other powdered products I'm going to use later on. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and using that same technique, I'm getting the beauty blender and just putting it into the powder and dabbing off the excess, then patting it onto my face gently, making sure I don't put a lot of powder, because sometimes I notice that if I put too much powder, it will mattify my face too much, and it enhances those dry skin patches on my face. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Ebony, and I'm taking the spoolie brush, just brushing up my eyebrow hairs. Then I'm taking the other side and just start filling in my eyebrows from the front and to the back, extending it towards the tail and creating hair-like strokes. And I'm also using a light hand so that I'm not applying too much pressure so it doesn't darken my eyebrows too much. And I like to use the spoolie to blend out that dark shade from the front to the back. Now this next step is totally optional. I'm using the Morphe Eyebrow Kit, and I'm going to take the darkest shade in an IT Cosmetic angle brush just to deepen up my eyebrows just a little bit more, just because I like to have my eyebrows a little bit darker to match my hair color. Now I'm taking that concealer again with a Morphe Lip Brush, and I'm just going to clean up my eyebrow looks just a little bit. I know it's an everyday makeup routine and it's supposed to be kind of natural, but I don't know, I just cannot live without a clean eyebrow, even if it is supposed to be a natural look. Then I'm taking the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel, and I'm just using it to keep my eyebrow hairs in place throughout the day. Then I'm taking the Pür Soirée Diaries eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start out with the color Splurge, and using a Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm going to place it on the outer third of my eyelid. And I'm just going to start blending it out towards the crease. First I use like a patting method to start patting the eyeshadow in, and then I start flicking it upwards into the crease. Then I took the color Stunner and I switched over to a Morphe smaller blending brush, and I just start using that same method to blend out the darker shade to deepen it up a little bit more. These are both kind of like a warm brown color, but I felt like the first shade was a little too light, so I just wanted to deepen it up using this Stunner color. And I'm going back in the color Splurge, and I'm using the IT Cosmetics Smudger brush just to smudge it on my lower lashes and to connect the two eyeshadow colors together. Then I'm going back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm taking that highlighter shade Sand and using my finger just to place it on the inner third of my eyelid. I like this color because it's not too intense and it gives me a more natural glow than using a different highlighter. I don't know, some of them are very shimmery, and this one's just very subtle, but it also gives that little bit of shimmer. Then I'm placing it in my inner tear ducts just to also give a highlighted look. Now I'm taking the Essence Eye Gel Pencil in the shade Black, and I'm tightlining my eyes as well as putting some in the waterline. And I know you're not supposed to stretch your skin, but sometimes in my everyday routine I don't even think about it and I do it anyway. Next I'm taking the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara in the color Black, and I'm just going to coat my lashes a couple times until I feel like they have fully been coated as well as extended, and make sure they look a little bit voluminous but not too clumpy. Something that I love about this mascara is that the bristles or the brush hairs on this mascara are kind of hard, so whenever I'm using it, it really releases those clumps, so I have more of a natural look. Now I'm going back into that contour kit, and I'm using the shades Java and Fawn with an IT Cosmetics brush, and I'm just placing it on my cheekbones as well as my temples and other places where I normally contour. If you guys are interested in an in-depth how to contour and highlight your face video, let me know in the comments down below if that's something that you'd be interested in, and I'll definitely make sure I get that video out to you guys. Now I'm taking the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection And I'm using the shade Amaretto. It's a matte blush. And taking the Morphe blush brush just to add a pop of color back into my face. I'm so glad that Jaclyn Hill partnered with Becca in this collection because these shades are so beautiful. But I do have to say that using this palette as a mirror was an epic fail for me because my Champagne Pop highlighter totally broke and I almost cried because that's the main point of this Champagne collection was the Champagne Pop. But oh well, the blush shades are beautiful as well as the Prosecco Pop. Now taking that beauty sponge again and going back into the sand color, I'm going to use it to highlight my face by dabbing off the excess and then bouncing the highlighter shade onto my cheekbone as I'd usually do with a fan brush or another highlighting brush, but instead I'm using the beauty sponge. And I love this technique because it really goes on more beautifully and it doesn't go on patchy like whenever I use other highlighting brushes. And kudos to Jaclyn Hill because I was watching her latest video and she did this technique and I tried it out and I loved it. So try it out. Now I'm going in with the Bliztex Conditioning Lip Serum, which I should have used in the beginning of the video, but I forgot. Oh well. And I'm just using it to prep my lips. Then I'm taking the MAC lipstick from the Selena collection in the shade Amor Prohibido, and I'm just using it to finish off this look. And as you can tell, I love this shade so much that it's almost completely gone, which I'm really sad about because this was a limited edition lipstick. And I just used my finger to blend it all out so it gives me a more natural lip color. And to clean up the lipstick, I just used that same beauty sponge as before to go around the edges. And to finish off the look, I just sprayed the MAC Fix Plus to set my face. And this is it, the completed look. So much for watching this video. I hope you like it and you found it useful for you in your everyday makeup routine. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. And also let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought, more video ideas, tips and tricks, or some things that you see that I'm not doing 100%. Just let me know so I can actually make these videos better for you guys. And there's one more thing that I wanted to say. I meant to put in the beginning of this video, but I kind of forgot. But it's something that I've just kind of been feeling like we need to clear things up. It's about makeup products. I know a lot of people don't have all of these makeup products, and most of these are kind of high-end. I get them at Sephora or Ulta, and I just felt like I don't want anyone to feel pressure to go out and buy makeup products that A, they're super expensive, B, they've never used in their life, and C, you don't need all of this, to be honest. So I just wanted to say that because sometimes I feel like people are like watching my videos or any other videos on YouTube thinking, oh my god, I have to go buy this product, I have to have the exact same one. Like, I know I like to do that whenever I'm watching videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I had that one product, it would work out. No, that's not true. Everyone has different skin types. Everyone has different favorite makeup products that they like to use and feel comfortable using, as well as their budget. You know, not everyone has $40 to spend on a foundation, so don't do it. I don't want anyone to have pressure and feeling like they have to go out and buy something that they can't even afford or they just have never used or anything else. So just putting that out there, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and it helps out whenever you're watching these videos. So let me know anything else in the comments down below what you guys are thinking and want to see me put out there. And I'm really thankful for all of your support, and don't forget to tell your friends to share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!